In addition of my encouragement, when you are living life of empty, if you are empty in life, in the family, you are not useful. In the church, you are not useful. In the community, you are not useful. You are living empty life. Then people that are useful, take this, woman of God. People that are useful will use you as a sacrifice. If you like to live empty life, theologically it's empty vessel. You believe, thank you, that people will get from east, west, north and south and support you. Every time your life has no meaning, you need people that will support you, people that will support you. You never support anybody. The spiritual people in the community will use you as a sacrifice. And if you are used as a sacrifice, you have no future. Be who you are. A lady, be who you are. Do you know that many people, they are too intelligent. They are too beautiful. But when you look at them in a community, as a young lady, they have no respect because dozens of men have used them as a sacrifice to satisfy their sexual urge. Because you call them and they answer you at any time. They don't have any business. They think that their body is business they have. But at the end, they make nothing. A man that believes that a woman will be giving you. You have uncle in US. You have a friend in London. You have another one in Nigeria. When you make call, you get some $10,000, $100, $200. You fold your hand. At the end of it, you find out that you are a sacrifice. On Wednesday, I went out with my boys. When I said my boys, I don't go out with church boys. My own children, biological. I went out with three of them, Obiora, Absalom, and Ephraim. When we are coming back, I met a young man on the way. I knew him years ago. He has uncles. He has aunts in US and all over foreign country. He depends on them. When I saw this guy, officially, I know that he is already useless. Meaning, he has been used as a sacrifice. Remember, a sacrifice is something you give. It never returns back to you. Psychologically, you may give yourself as a sacrifice that will never return back to you. You never achieve anything with that. Some people are busy in internet. What was their work? What is their work? Appreciating others. Appreciating others' legacy. Appreciating others' success. That is their work they place themselves on it. Examine them spiritually, they are sacrifice. Then who has ever appreciated your own legacy? They buy data, they spend money in buying data to appreciate and campaign others' victory. But nobody buy data for them. Are they no sacrifice? Man of God, you are not hearing me. Are they no sacrifice? They are sacrifice. Their mind, they find joy of doing that, not knowing their act of code, act of lying. Many are busy in life, but they are busy doing nothing, absolutely nothing. Before this season we're entering, do you know that is the work of many here? Their work is to organize other people's occasion. Either organizing burial, organizing traditional wedding, organizing white wedding. Who has ever organized your own? Are you not a sacrifice? You are not talking again. You are not talking again. I went to a burial. I saw the type of organize someone's burial. In your own brother or father or whosoever burial, who organized such thing for you? You are a sacrifice to the people, because you can never know why you are called. Do you know that many of you in your own house, the type of electronics you are using at home is anyhow electronics. So many of them are not working. But you'll be busy to buy modern electronics and give to another person. So that that person will say, thank you, I'm going to appreciate you. And you find joy of doing that. And from settle this person, you settle another person, you settle another person. Why in your own home you are empty? Are you not a sacrifice? And people are hearing this one. You are not following this one. Because you are 40. You don't want to come out from such thing. I'm talking to somebody. I'm talking to somebody. You have never made time to recharge your phone 1,005. But you can recharge to another person 1,005. But you yourself, you have never done that to yourself. But you want to tell me that English word say charity begins at home. Where is the home? The home is not my paternal home. The home is not my maternal home. I am the home. So what I think I can give to others, I have to try it in my life. Hallelujah. Okay. There was a man in the Holy Book called Moses. Moses was a prophet. He was the one that brought the people of Israel from the land of Egypt. And when they were going as a nation, God gave them privilege to acquire all the silvers, the gold of the Egyptians. As they are going, that is the only resources they have, and they are using to sustain life. As they were going, they were selling it small, buying food, sustaining themselves. Out of foolishness, they gathered one day and said they need God. Where Moses was not around, they brought all the jewelry they're supposed to use to sustain their life. They use it and melt it and molded an image they were worshiping. And that is the end of their resources. When Moses came down from the mountain, he was angry and destroyed the image and destroyed so many of them. That is, by the way, now they began to go empty. Then Moses, because of the gift he was gifted, he had agreement with God, and God was sending manna from them to them. So they were having resources of eating food, bread. That's the manna, the communion. But at a point, they began to complain and keep on shouting to God that they need meat. Thank you. Now they said to Moses, we need meat. There's something I want you to understand here. Being useful is very, very important. So many of you, as the money is coming around you, you are messing it up. So many of you, as a spiritual director, there will be a position as a pastor, there will be a time as a man of God, a woman of God, be a time that the Spirit of God will regularly visiting you. As the Spirit is visiting you, you are ought to stay quiet so that the fullness will be upon you. The Spirit of God into a man of God is the investment of a man of God, is the weight of man of God. So, when that time comes around you as a man of God, you are ought to stay quiet. House to church. Church to house. House to church. And you see you are teaching, you will see your spiritual eyes will open more and more. You see yourself doing miracle. Are you hearing me? You see yourself doing miracle. Then you don't need to involve yourself in some certain things. And it's not something you will talk, but silent for a moment. Moses was too clever to adopt and acquire all these powers in him. When the people of Israel messed up with the resources that God has given to them, they were empty. Before they would take their breakfast, they had to go and meet Moses. We need breakfast. Lunch, they had to go to Moses. Because they were not at home, they were on the way. The only resources they have to generate their lives, to sustain their life, they have messed it up because they need more power. Now, so many of you, you are in business, you are in good position. Out of greediness, out of jealousness, the resources that God has given to you, you have used it and give to native doctors around you because you need power. It was God that blessed you with that. Because you need more power. That's why you are running to native doctors and they will dupe you and finish you up. Then you are empty. That's exactly the thing that happened to the people of Israel. When the power was taken away, the resources was taken away, that silvers and gold, this is only thing you're supposed to use to sustain yourself. And the way, if you are dry, bring out a little of them, sell it. Sell it and make money, sustain yourself. They finish it. But Moses' resources was still intact in him. And they have no alternative. Whatever. They want to drink water, Moses. They need meat, Moses. Whatever they want, Moses. Nothing they can do for themselves. Some resources that God has given to you, you have messed it up. And you think that tomorrow is coming. You know, many people are thinking like animal. Tomorrow it will be better. Tomorrow will be better. Is that inside that house you are sitting that tomorrow is going to be better? Opportunities has been given to you. You throw it away. You can't eat your cake and have it back. You see yourself that you are too bigger than your handwork. That's another thing. Hello? Many are seeing themselves that they are too big than their handwork. The height, your weight, is that handwork that made you who you are today. If you don't respect that handwork will not respect you. If you hide your handwork before people, Your handwork will hide you before success. You may not understand what I'm saying. Because you are selling paper. You are a paper seller. You don't have it in those shops. You stand on the street. You put something on the floor. You divide the paper. $2. And you think that this paper you are selling, they thought the vision of start selling paper come from above. Even though you were working in World Bank before and you have problem there and you find yourself as a paper seller, God will locate you from that paper if you know what you are doing. Are you hearing me? This is where I find myself now. That place you find yourself, you respect it, and from there, God can take you to another place. I'm a pepper seller. The governor will eat pepper. They used to eat pepper. President used to eat pepper. As long as Africa is concerned, isn't it? The bishop used to eat pepper. The pastors used to eat pepper. So as long as people come from far and near, they are patronizing you. Your good attitude. From this little one to basket. From basket to 10 baskets. From 10 baskets to 1 trailer load. From there, you are an importer and exporter of pepper. Hello? You don't say that. Do not neglect anything you are doing. Through that God will give you success. Remember, when Moses came out from Egypt, he came out from nothing. He came out with nothing, absolute nothing. God introduced Moses to 2 sisters, the daughters of Jethro. He started up with them and picked one of them as his wife. Jethro was a priest of oracle, not a priest of God. Remember, Jethro was a priest of Baal, not priest of God. I repeat, Jethro, being the master of Moses, was a priest of Baal, not a priest of God. But God has pushed Moses to stay under a man that belongs to secret occult. Why did God brought me to a man that belongs to secret occult? That is his fate. I can make my life from him and decide the God I will serve. Out of selfishness, I repeat, out of selfishness, you have run away from your office because your mind is telling you your master is occultics. You don't need to debate his faith with your own faith. The only thing you need to debate with him, that at the end of the month, my salary. But if he refuses to continue thinking as a fanatic, where he belongs and where he does not belong, you will remain at home with your certificate. I don't know what I'm talking to somebody here. Hello? When Moses was moving with this man, the way Moses devoted himself to the work that this man has employed him casually, and gave him a stick, a rod. Take this rod, use it and take care of my sheep, my livestock. That is the only thing that Moses had. And Moses said, this one will give me. I go hold am tight to. Whether I come from marine kingdom, satanic kingdom, now my master will give me. I think my settlement will come from here. As he was going, doing his work perfectly, at the end, I will have something to put in mind. Being honest. Do not demand, do not debate your faith as long as you are under somebody. When you receive your settlement, then you can decide the God you want to serve. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Are I'm saying? When you are settled, and he kept on in the process of doing that work, God now visited him. I want to tell you how the words of Moses started. When he found himself in a burning bush, and God began to talk to him, at a point God said, go, you are going to do this work for me. He said, I had nothing. I can't know what to say. I can't speak very well. After debating, God asked him, I have to start somewhere with you. Call somebody, say, God wants to start somewhere with you. He said, one, what do you have in your hand? He said, just a rod. My master gave me just to use it to take care of this sheep. I said, drop it on the floor. I have to start from somewhere. What do you have at hand? You need success. You need to have something at hand. And when he dropped that rod, God said, from that kingdom, I'm dedicating it in my own kingdom. Pick it up. He picked it up, dropped it down, and he dropped it down. It turned to something, a python. Pick it up. He picked it up, dropped it down. You know, imagine God said, drop it down, and it turned to python. Will you be around there? You will say that it's a witchcraft because it's in form of snake. You know, when people see snake around them, they say, hey, it's a witchcraft. It's a lie. God used such thing to locate Moses. I said, pick it up. I pick it up. I said, that thing you are holding is not a staff again, but henceforth is the staff of authority. Do not misuse it. Hello? Whatever you have as a handwork, do not misuse it. Moses, 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 this is your handwork. Do not misuse it. Let me see your cell phone, madam. Okay, let me use this. If you think you are too intelligent in computer and you are handling a smartphone, your grace will come from that smartphone. Do not misuse it. Never you call whatever you know best nothing. If you call it nothing, that particular spirit from that will call you nothing. But if you call it something, you will see yourself, you become something.